Okay, welcome to Thursday night Pleximonies, and we're excited to hear from a couple of our incredible brand ambassadors that have been helping others get healthy and themselves. And my name's Candy Jackson, and I've been using this product since September of 2023, and I am very as soon as I heard about it and how it works with the Candida yeast, the weed feed and seed system, I knew that it was special and unique because there's nothing on the market like it. And I started using it. I asked my husband if he would give it a try, and he was very skeptical and very much was a big no. And then we realized that it would be to his, advantage to at least try it because how would he know if he didn't try it? Because he had arthritis really bad. That was his major issue. And so we both started it together, and he had great results and could start walking from a block and a half to like 3 miles. It didn't happen overnight. It was kind of a subtle thing. It was one of those days we were on our walk, and instead of turning around after a block and a half, he says, "You know what? I don't think I have any pain. I think I can keep walking." And they just kept going and going and going. And then for me, I just felt a lot better with my energy. My regularity was much better. I didn't have to, and I hope I don't offend anybody, but eat a bowl of prunes in the morning. It just was a wonderful thing. And then my sleep, oh my goodness, my sleep is so deep. Even last night, I think it was like it's almost 8 hours. I think it was 7.5 hours, just like solid, don't wake up, and it's not always going to be that long. It might be 6.5, 7, but it's way better than waking up in the middle of the night. Also, I love that things like even my eyes. I was talking to David Boltinghouse today, and he was asking about eyes, and I said, I don't talk about that much, but my eyes, yeah, my eyes are really better. I'm not wearing my glasses while I'm talking to you guys. Um, I do wear them at night when I'm driving at night, just because of that's just a whole experience in itself, even at night. But anyway, I just feel better overall. I feel like I'm aging backwards, the energy and just everything about it. So anyway, we'd love to do these so that we can hear people share.
Yeah.
And we're going to go ahead and get started. Yes, Richie, or yeah, you need to unmute. You want to say something?
Oh, no, no, no. I just said hi to the rain.
Okay, do
Sorry.
you want to introduce her?
Done.
Why don't you introduce her because she is your customer?
Sure, sure. Hey, Duran. I'm so glad
Hi.
to see you. Hi, hi. So this is Duran, and she is just the sweetest, funnest lady. We met when I moved to Humboldt County when we were attending another direct selling company meeting, and she just lived like less than 5 minutes away from me, and we hit it off. And she does have the biggest heart, and we always had fun doing things together. She was my best friend in Humboldt and my only
Oh,
friend,
thank
actually.
you.
And I thought of her, and it took a while because I kept on sending her things, trying to reconnect on Facebook. And I said, "Oh my gosh, I hope she's still on Facebook." And she finally responded. I was so excited. But I thought of her because, well, one, she has a big heart, and I just love her. And I just thought, hey, we're all in our well, at least both of us are in our 60s and above. And, we all have these different things going on in our bodies that need extra help. So
Yeah.
I thought I'd share it with her. Um, and so, yeah, so this is Doran. She can tell her story.
And I called you back right away and I said, yeah, I'm really interested because I have um, some problems that I want to try to solve. And if this would help me with my constipation, I would love it. Tried a lot of things
Yeah.
and nothing was really
Yeah.
pan.
Oh, actually, you responded to something I posted online, I think, finally, after I don't know if it's a story or a post about my starting the plexus. So yeah, she said, I'm interested. Said, oh my gosh, it's Duran. I was so excited. But anyway.
Yeah. So I have been doing very well with the definitely the the pills that come with the triplex, the cleanser. How do you say it again? I got it.
BioCleanse.
Say it again with the
BioCleanse. The BioCleanse?
yeah, the BioCleanse and the other one, the one in the morning and the one at night. So I try to take those every morning and every night with the drink, and it really does help. So I've been
Mm-hmm.
doing all right. I also lost a little weight, which I really wasn't trying to do, but it doesn't hurt because then I can eat anything I want. I like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
great, Duran. And you've been on the product how long?
what? What?
You've been on the product how long?
Um, God, since May. No, April.
Okay.
March. Oh
May,
yeah, April, yeah.
March. I think it was
Yeah.
April. I mean, yeah.
And
And
Duran has shared with four people. She has Lynn, who's here, that lives up in that area. We're so proud of Lynn too. And Vivian, I just see that I had a message from her that just popped in that she was at the cell phone store trying to figure out the Zoom. So we'll hopefully get her next week. And then Sharon had an appointment tonight, which is another one of her team members. And then Tony. Um, um,
Tony's here.
Tony, is Tony there?
Yeah.
Okay, then Tony can share his
Tony, I set up the Zoom. It's
quick
all set.
testimony too.
Can you hear me? Did you see if you heard me? He says okay. Okay. Yeah, it took me a while. I had to set up the Zoom. I had a little bit of problem, but I finally set it up. And and he's here. He was visiting my son,
Okay.
and my son is here too. I don't know how anxious he is to come in because he's eating dinner.
Yeah. Well, we understand. Your son's only been on it a little bit, so yeah, we're excited. So
So
anyway, so
who
should we
is okay? There's different people that I don't know. There's Lynn I know, and what about David Nearing?
yes, he is a great customer brand ambassador from the Fresno area.
Okay.
Atwater, I don't know how you identify what's your city again, David?
Strawberry. It's called Strawberry, right?
Yeah,
Auberry.
Richie knows.
Yeah,
Okay.
Strawberry.
Okay.
Auberry. Yeah.
Auberry. Yes, yes. And he's got a great testimony. And then Irma, who was one of the first people I called, and Irma, just while we're gonna have Tony share it here in a second, Irma was, excuse me, super healthy, basically. There was no reason for me to call her other than I wanted to share another great health system with her. So I say that to encourage you all that somebody doesn't have to have a health issue, so to speak, but you just know that because our product has the weed, feed, and seed system, which no other product does out there, and we have that special enzyme in our probio that helps break down the excess candida yeast and the things that really make a difference, because you can't just feed your good bacteria and put strains in. You've got to get rid of the other stuff that's not supposed to be in there, and our products do. So I just wanted her to know that. So when you know the science behind it, I just called her and said, this is just like amazing product and you should look at it. And she was already on something very, very, very good and substantial, but she was good. I sent her that 2-minute video that I just sent to David Boltinghouse today so he could share it with a couple people. And the weed, feed, and seed, and she looked it over. So I always think these are good reminders for all of us that, we have people that are super healthy or healthy, pretty healthy, and they just need to hear about it because it's the best on the market. And then we have people that have health issues. And then, obviously we want them to know it too. So, and then Lynn, of course, is her customer. And then iPad for Duran is a gentleman that was a guest last week. His name is David Boltinghouse. And so we're thrilled to have him on board. And he's a friend of David Nearing. So that's our little group tonight. It's a little smaller than usual, but I think it's because, summer's just here and people are kind of getting adjusted to warmer weather and all the things that come with summer. So with that, we have Mr. Tony here, and it would be great for you to share Tony. Tony is Duran's friend, and if you could just share a couple minutes of what you have found with the reset. I know you did that. I think you did that first, or did you do the triplex first? So,
I did the reset first.
okay. And
It was kind of hard getting used to not eating regular foods.
yeah,
That's the hardest part.
yeah, yeah.
I
But you
know.
did it.
I did it, yeah.
Okay. And then you, I think you even lost some weight, right?
Yeah.
How much did you do?
I did weigh 230 and I went down to 221.
That's great. So
Wow,
nine,
9 pounds.
9 pounds
Awesome.
with the reset.
Yeah.
That's great. That's really great. And now you're taking the triplex, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And any other thing that you've noticed?
I know I started back to the gym on a regular basis.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I go at 5 o'clock in the morning
That's awesome.
because there's no people there, hardly anyone there. The
There you go.
afternoon or the evening time, you get caught up around people.
Right.
You can't get on a machine.
Right.
So if I
Right.
get there early enough when they're still in bed, I can beat them.
Right. Yes. And you also then take care of your mom, right?
My dad,
Your dad. Okay.
yeah, he's 95.
Your
Wow.
dad is 95. Wow. That's great. Well, I'm really excited for you. I know the reset. Even sometimes, I mean, you said you dropped 9 pounds, which is fantastic.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've been walking 2 miles every day.
wow. That's great, Tony.
It's going to help my diabetes and all that. So,
Yes, yes. So there you go. That's a great testimony to all those listening that if somebody has diabetes, just a reminder, just don't hesitate to please let them know this could help them. We have clinical studies. I mean, when they first started testing this on people back in 2008 that had diabetes,
yeah,
um, they did all these trials and people testing it, and the A1C was dropping, dropping, dropping with people that were taking the triplex. So,
good to
and
know.
Joe, huh?
That's good to know.
Yeah, yeah. So watch your, know what your A1C, which I'm sure you do because everybody who gets their A1C tested always seems to know their number, but just lock that in and then watch it get better and go
Okay.
down over time.
My
Okay.
last one was 4.0.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, that's pretty darn good.
Uh-huh.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't eat any sugar.
Well, my kind of person there,
Good for
however,
you.
huh?
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a hard one because sugar is hidden in so many things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little sneaky little ingredient there.
Oh, yeah.
So that's good. That's good, Tony. Well,
So
Duran, oh yeah.
on the you said I get a free one at the end, or I can pick something I want.
With
Oh
his,
yeah, you have some perk points. We'll
I
definitely tap.
I
Yeah.
just want to say hold off on the points for a little while.
Okay. You want to accumulate them. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll get so everybody on here, as you know, if you're new, you got perk points. And Lynn, you should have a couple, you know, excuse me. You should have like 350 or something by because you've had 2 orders and Tina knows about perk points and welcome Tina. We're so glad you're with us. Um and David Boltinghouse, I know you're earning your perk points and so yeah, so you can accumulate them till you get more or you can use them little bits at a time because there are products you can get right now if you want to try anything else. That's how I tried different things and it's really
Yeah.
fun. So that's a good thing. So with that, anybody else have any quick little comment they want to make about something the product's doing for them? Before we go into a couple slides.
did Lynn get a chance to tell about her experience?
Bless your heart, Duran. Yeah, Lynn has in the past, but I don't know. Lynn, are you she's kind of in the middle of some things, but Lynn, do you want to share anything?
Um, I'm on hold right now because I got my surgery coming up.
Right,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm limited in what they want me to take. They're afraid it's going to interact with whatever they're going to give me when I go under anesthesia, kind of thing. So,
Right. But tell them about what you experienced before you had to stop.
yeah, when I did the cleanse, I lost 11 pounds when I was on it. And
Yeah.
I've, I've kept it off, which was really good because I always tend to fluctuate.
Yeah,
And
that's fantastic.
Yeah, so I've kept it off.
That is that's super exciting. I'm very happy for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Lynn has her sister who also is having a procedure done. So I know it's going to help her sister who has some health issues, and we're just gonna just changing lives one at a time, literally. And David Nearing, did you want to add in anything that you could?
Yeah, most doctors, all they have in their bag of tools is um, drugs or surgery. They
Yeah,
don't know anything about our natural products. And like I told David when I signed him up, we signed him up. I said, don't stop taking what you're taking. This won't hurt it, but you know, go ahead and take this along with whatever you're taking. And I just stopped one of my statins because my cholesterol's so much better. And I had an order. In fact, it's still at the pharmacy today of that product, and I don't want it because it will cause dementia if you use too much. So I've stopped that. And my
you're talking about your
cardinal,
statin. You mean your
my
cholesterol?
statin,
Okay.
yeah. So I've stopped that. And I sent you a deal about 9 different groups of medication, along with that other piece of paper I sent you that got in the mail today about the statins and different groups of drugs that people are on. And
Yes.
a lot of them, I mean, they all get clogged up in your liver. And
Yes.
so we gotta get off of those harsh drugs that the doctors give us.
That's
Uh,
right. Amen.
so
And so
other than
you're, oh, go ahead.
other than that, you mentioned me talking about the what was I going to talk about?
Candida yeast.
Oh yeah, the Candida yeast. Um, yeah, that's the main thing. Everybody has Candida yeast. I mean, it's our body produces it. We just don't need as much as it produces, and the excess ends up clogging up our um, small intestine, and our stomach digests the food, but the food that we eat, the medication we take, and the vitamins that we take have to be absorbed through the small intestine. And if we have too much Candida yeast, it can't get through as easily. You mentioned that you were on probios prior to Plexus, and after getting on Plexus, you started noticing it was a little better. So you got rid of the Candida yeast, and you're keeping it off by taking the cleanse and the probio 5. Now, one of the 5s is that chitintin or something like that,
Yep.
that breaks down the Candida yeast. I
Yep.
don't know how to pronounce it. It's a big word.
Yes.
But so one of the 5 is, I don't know what the other 4 do, but they're obviously good for us.
Yeah.
So just they put a good product out, and so many people are being helped.
Yes.
So
That's so great. Yes. Thank you, David. And David used to be a physical therapist, right, David?
yep,
Yeah, for Fresno State.
I worked at the community hospital. I worked at St. Agnes Hospital. I worked at Fresno State in the health center, and I worked in a couple of private offices during the summers to help people
Yes.
go on vacation.
Yes. Yes. And David, you'll hear his full testimony next week because he actually, just in summary, what she could tell you is, he doesn't have to go on dialysis basically because of Plexus. Plexus has helped his
Exactly.
kidneys. Yeah. So, and now he's not going to take a statin either because his cholesterol is lower because of Plexus.
Now my LDLs went from 122 to 82.
Wow.
So I don't see, and we need cholesterol. Our
Right.
body does need cholesterol, a certain amount. Our
Right.
body does need the little candida yeast, I guess,
Yes.
but we don't need as much as we get.
Right.
So, and then there's that new one that just came out, that just a couple of days ago. What was that? I can't remember what it is,
A
but it
new
has,
what?
it's a, it's a product that if uh, stress increases this product, uh,
Cholesterol? I mean, cortisol?
cortisol, yeah,
Yes.
and stress increases that, and
Yes.
it causes all sorts of imbalances in our body.
Yes.
So, plexus, the triplex helps keep that in control. But we also, if we're stressed out, then we also need to worry about try to take care of your stress too, because that will help even more.
Exactly. Yes,
Yeah, that
exactly.
cortisol.
Yes. Thank you. That's a wonderful lead into the fact that this month on June 9th, which is just coming up here shortly, that they're starting a cortisol group, which is basically helping people understand how important gut health relates. Like you could go to Google and just put in gut health and cortisol, and you would see the correlation, how important it is to have your gut in check, and how that balances that cortisol. Because cortisol, we need it. It's good to have, especially when you're in flight, like those moments that you could lift up a whole car, but you don't need it in your life at the levels that sometimes our busy lives and foods we eat and sleep we get or not get, all those things play into it. So that group is starting on the 9th. It's a great way to talk to people that that you care about and let them know that there is a group starting. All they'd have to do is just order the triplex, which, by the way, I'm going to put on my share screen here really quick. Just one second, because we got the free reset too, which you all know about that reset, but I just want to make sure I share here. You all know about the company, so I'm just going to kind of skip past this part really quick and go right to, let's see here, let's try this. Yeah. So the reset for the next 10 days only, and they're not extending it. It's only for the next 10 days that this reset is free with any new VIP's order of 100 PV or more. So any wellness bundle of 100 PV or more, they're going to get this. And of course, we'd recommend the triplex. Obviously, that is going to help them the most, no matter what their issue is. So I would, when you get off this call, I would just make a list of the people that truly could benefit by having this reset. And maybe they won't do it next month, but they can have it so they're ready. When they're ready to do it, they can do it. What this does behind the scenes in terms of, there's the visual when you look at the scale and you see, oh my gosh, I've lost 8 or 9 pounds, or sometimes it's 3 or 4 for some people. But what it's doing in your system is what I love, because the autophagy, which is where you're allowing your body to rest. Number one, people think, oh, you got to eat, because you've got to keep the body going. No, when you're constantly eating, it actually wears out the body, because the body is, I think I was talking to somebody today, I think it was David Boltinghouse, about how just even 2 meals a day, we were all raised on 3 meals a day and snacks in between. I mean, we'd all be so, you know, like a balloon, you can't eat that much. But when you eat the proper foods and you let autophagy happen, which is what the reset does. So the reset still gives you the proteins that you need every day to function and be alert. And yes, you will get hungry, like Tony says. Sometimes I've done the reset and I'm just like, I can't, when am I going to get my next little thing I get to drink or something, because I'm so hungry. And other times I do the reset and I'm not so hungry. But there are so many steps. I mean, there's so much value in this for what it's going to do. And the autophagy, by the way, as I think we all know, but that is where the good cells eat up the bad cells. And my homeopath used to always tell me, you just need to give your cells a rest. You need to give your body a rest. It'll thank you for it. You'll live longer. And so anybody that does the reset, I feel like they're setting themselves up for a longer life because they're resetting their metabolism. They're recalibrating, the new cells are eating up the old cells, getting rid of the bad guys in there, getting that bacteria and the yuck out. And it also sharpens your brain. It's like when you have a computer and it's messing with it, you're messing, it's just not working. You unplug it, turn it off, reboot it, and then it's just like working like slick. And that's with our brain too. When you do the reset, it really helps give you mental clarity, and it's good for your brain because again, there's cells there. You want to get rid of the bad guys, let the good guys take over and grow, grow, grow. And so this is free for the next 10 days. So if you know anybody that could benefit, which we really do. I mean, like I said, with my Irma story, she was perfectly healthy. There was no reason to call her other than she's into health. And I wanted to let her know that there's something that's nothing she's ever seen before. Like this is the best of the best. And would she take a look at it and just give me her opinion? And you can ask people to do that, If you don't have the 2-minute video, I'll be happy to send it to you. It's and the weed feed and seed graphic that you can send out to people to just say, hey, take a look. And by the way, this reset after the 15th is going to be $119. So that is quite an increase in price. It was always $89. That's what I have paid for it every time I've done it. There was no free reset when I signed up. I know some of you got in on that, like Richie. But I had to pay for every reset I've done, So take advantage of it. I know there are sometimes people that in your family. I'm just going to put this out there because it is something that some people have done. And Joanna told me if there's somebody in your family, in fact, this happened back on the East Coast with one of my customers. Her daughter didn't think she would do the reset, but this customer wanted to have the reset and it wasn't free when she ordered. So her daughter ordered the Triplex, or you can order any 100 PV order, but ordered the Triplex. And then that's how Kay got her free reset. And so then she was able to get her reset from her daughter who didn't want to do the reset at that time. And I don't know, maybe she's done it since then. But anyway, it's just, there's creative ways to look at this and take advantage of it. So let's see, what else was I going to go over? I think we're almost out of time. This, of course, yes, question?
No.
Okay. The triplex and the reset combo, well, right now it's free. So after on June 16th, we'll be back talking about the combo. And we'll see how much it is with the price increase and stuff. So then the other thing, in the summertime, I do want to talk about the drinks really quick here. I can't say enough about how important the hydrate is for you. The pink drink, of course, I know you're all really good about taking the pink drink. And this is, I mean, to me, a non-negotiable. It's like, it helps with so many things. And as you know, these are just a few of the things, but it is so good to feed your gut the good bacteria. And this is what this does. And just one little second. I was hoping the drink. Yeah, here's the drinks. Okay. So if you have not tried these yet with your perk points, if you have some perk points, you can try them. For those of you that did the reset, you had these in there. There are other flavors that weren't in your reset that you can take, like lemon lime is in there for the hydrate and starfruit guava. But I personally prefer the peach mango active, and I personally prefer the blueberry acai for my hydrate. So there are other flavors you can try, but the active gives you that clean energy. It supports nitric oxide production, mental clarity, and immune support. And you've heard me say this over and over, but it's called the Super 7 drink, the S7 for abbreviation. And what that means is it includes green coffee bean, green tea, turmeric, just super good for you, tart cherry, super anti-inflammatory, blueberry, all these things are anti-inflammatory. Blueberry, broccoli, kale, and herbamate. And I don't know how they can get that in there and it still tastes so good, but I love it. I had one this morning, and because it was a big day, I had another one this afternoon. And then hydrate is the first thing I put in my body every morning now. Ever since I heard one of the diamonds talking about it, and I studied more about hydration and how important it is, that our brain actually gets dehydrated. And sometimes that brain fog or the feeling like you're just not as sharp is from lack of hydration. Also, this has electrolytes in it, and we lose electrolytes when we sleep. So really important to hydrate with the electrolytes. So I put that in first thing in the morning. It kind of gets your body woke up. It has tart cherry, coconut water powder, and magnesium hydrate that hydrate the body with the natural ingredients. And of course, these are all natural, plant-based, super good. I mean, if you went into organic store and got some of these things like broccoli, kale, blueberry, cherry, turmeric, green tea, I mean, you would be doing such a favor for your body. And I really believe those two things, the active and the hydrate, have been a significant game changer for me. And then of course, restore. We're almost out of restore, so we're nursing it along. I told Chuck he could have the last 2 scoops just because I got busy and I wanted to change our order so it didn't go out on the normal first of the month. And so, but the restore is a liver detox, so good for you. If you have inflammation, arthritis, basically it's good no matter what, but especially if you have, like Patty was saying last week, with fibromyalgia, restore is super, super good for you because your liver it's what everything, it has to filtrate everything, whether it's the air we breathe, you spray some spray in the bathroom, you're smelling that our liver has to filtrate all of that. And so our liver needs to be cleaned out to function, our body to function better. So the restore is super. It also helps with weight loss because it does. I find with the restore, for instance, if I start to get hungry in the night after my little soup in the evening with restore, with the soup, I would just make sure I took the restore right away because then I was just fine again. It kind of curbs your appetite because it's doing all the good stuff. So those are the drinks. I want to encourage you guys to try them, especially with summer here and our body's getting dehydrated. And if you see anybody with a Red Bull or a Gatorade, oh, you guys, no, 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 no. They are so loaded with the bad guys. You don't want to be drinking those yourself, of course, and you don't want to see others. Just talk to them about Plexus and send them, call me up, call your sponsor up and just say, hey, I need some help talking to this person because they're drinking some stuff that I know I could provide an alternative for them. So yeah, so that's basically it tonight. I want to make sure we're ending. Yeah, we started by the time everybody got on. It's been about 30 minutes. So
I have
yay.
a comment. I have a comment.
Yes.
Restore,
Yes.
good for the liver, and all the pain medications in that piece of paper I sent you has to filter out all the physician's medications that clog up your liver.
Good point.
So,
Yes.
yeah, I take Restore.
Yes.
Take about a half a scoop. I don't think I have any liver problems, but I'm running low too. So,
Yeah.
and it comes in a new container. So,
yes, not the bag anymore. Oh, I'm so excited. I don't have my container yet, so I'm excited to get a container.
yeah,
But thank you
that's
for
my comment.
Yeah, good job. Good job. That is true. If you've ever taken medications or over-the-counter drugs or anything, all that stuff has to go through the liver first. So you're doing yourself a big favor by getting this. So anyway, I just
Also,
yes.
kudos to Tony for
Yes.
getting
Kudos to
started.
Tony, congratulations,
Yeah.
Tony. You did it.
I was taking that statin for a long time and my legs started hurting and I quit them after a while. And now one leg still hurts and I got to go in for an ultrasound to find out why it's still hurting from the pain from the statin.
It might not be the statin, but the statin does have problems. So,
Yeah, I quit the statins a while back.
yeah, okay. Good for you anyway.
I hear it was their bad medicine.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's several statins though. There's probably about 4 or 5 different statins that the doctors pass out.
Yeah, they had mine up to about 40 milligrams.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's supposed
Well,
to be 10 milligrams.
right. Well, I can send you some articles, Tony, on that, that Dr. Jessica, one of our naturopaths, because cholesterol is very misunderstood and people don't realize that, we need it, but that it's actually obviously a good thing because we need it, but it doesn't always come from the things we think it comes from. And so, and of course, Dr. Jessica says, get everybody off the statins. They don't need to be taking them because of what you're experiencing with leg cramping and,
Oh,
all the things. It's,
Wonderful.
so I'm proud of you, David, for not going and getting your stuff, even though we can't diagnose, cure, or treat. At least you're making that decision on your own,
Yep.
So, so anyway, but there's a lot to learn together, and I'm really proud of all you for taking time out tonight so we can grow together, get better together, get healthier together, support each other, and just live a long, victorious, healthy life
Mhm.
with this
Thank you,
plexus.
both
So
of you.
yeah. So congratulations, everybody, and have a great night. And Duran, wherever she was there you are. Thank you again for sharing. That was so appreciated. I know we wanted to have you share a couple weeks ago, and so we got you on Zoom here. And Lynn, thank you for sharing. And Richie, thank you for sharing. And Tony and David, and then Tina for popping on. I love it. She was a guest actually, I think last May or June on one of our Zooms. And so she's been a customer now for over a year. And then with David Boltinghouse joining up. So next week, let's everybody bring somebody to this, because don't you agree that this is valuable and it helps
Yes.
understand? And we want to give another $25 Amazon gift card away. So, and usually I offer specials. Just keep in mind when they're on Zoom, they're going to get a special.
Don't you have
Mhm.
like flyers so you can hand people as like a card or something?
Say
Yeah. What is it? What is it? Don't you have a card to hand out to them or something, or a flyer?
Oh, you mean with the Zoom? Yes. Yes.
I mean, when you're out, when I'm out in public or something.
Sure. Yeah, we can.
Oh.
Do you have a computer you can print off some stuff?
No,
I do.
Doran does.
I could print
Okay.
it out for them.
Yeah, definitely. I already have the one done for next week.
Okay.
So I'll send it to you. And then also, just as a FYI, you can go down. I did this well, I think I did it back in December, because people would say, well, do you have a card? And I'm always like, oh, I don't have a card, because Plexus doesn't offer that as a vendor, right? So I went down to Staples. You go probably down to any office supply store, and you can get cards for like $20 or $10 or however many you want. And they just helped me put my name on there. You could go Google the Plexus, what you call that? The symbol.
Logo.
Yeah, the logo. Thank you. And then they know how to put it on your card, and just had my name, my phone number, because you actually have a link, Tony. You actually have a link. So
Oh,
yeah,
the
you
web.
have a
Yeah,
link.
I can give it to him. Yeah.
Perfect. And they'll just put a card together for you. And you get 100 or whatever, and you
Oh,
can.
so, Patrick,
Mhm.
sorry.
No, it's okay. And oh yeah, hi Tina with the dog.
Hi.
Love it. Yay. Do you want to say anything, Tina, before we sign
Was
up?
fighting my dog. No, but I was gonna say that I did the reset, and it was hard. It wasn't easy.
Yeah.
If anybody says it's easy, it's not. It's not easy, but I did it. I was super proud of myself that I did it. I lost 10 pounds.
Yay.
Sure did cleans me out.
Yeah.
I cleansed all right.
Yeah, you cleansed all right, huh? Good. Getting those bad guys out there.
Yup.
That's good. Yeah, I know.
But Candy really helped me through it, and I still have the chocolate whey
powder drink, and I love it. And she told me to put you know, you use milk with it, and she told me to throw some ice cubes in it, and my God, it's good.
Yeah. It's like a
And that I
when
was
you're
looking forward
crusty.
to that every day.
I know, right?
Yep, and I still do it. I
Yeah.
love it. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a really good one too. And you have to play around with it. So for those of you that don't use the shake yet, experiment. But like Tina said, you can do it with some type of milk you want, with some ice. I do it with water, and I had to experiment with how much ice to get in there that it would still blend up really good. And it's just yummy. I mean, I had to have one when I headed out today. I'm like, where's my shake? I got to get my shake. So anyway, it's good stuff. So thanks for sharing, Tina, and congratulations on your reset too. Yes.
Wow. Well, thank you for helping me through it. I couldn't have done it without your support.
Yeah. Well, you
Candy's
are.
good. She's good support for sure.
Yes, yes.
I believe in this stuff. I believe in it
Yeah.
so much. Yes. So, okay, everybody. Well, thanks again. God bless you all. And let's go have a great week and see who we can help. We got 10 days left on the reset. Oh, by the way, and the cortisol thing, it's just another way to help people think about the triplex and how this can help so many areas, because people don't realize when you have your gut health products, it's actually helping with stress in your life. It's helping you be able to handle the stress, I guess you would say, better, you know, because it's reducing that candida yeast. So yeah, it's good stuff. So okay, everybody, have a great night.
All right, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Coming and teaching us.
Yes,
Yeah.
my pleasure.
It's nice. Let me see.